comes up, it's a new day dawning. It's time to sing my song again. Whatever may pass and whatever lies before me, let me be singing when the evening comes. Today we're going to be fasting from the thought that says, I'm not happy, or I can't be happy, or I shouldn't be happy. But I'm not happy. I think that in our day and age especially, this is something that comes up a lot. It's something I believe that it's one of the biggest struggles our nation and our people, and especially our young people, are facing every day. That is why suicides are on such a high trend upward, and it's gotta stop. Happiness is not based on our surroundings, and I know that's easy to say, but our thoughts, our actions, and our true beliefs come out because I think we all get to that point where it's like, oh, I'm not happy. I don't have, my floor is in my kitchen is all bad and it's peeling and it looks awful. I'm not happy. I'm not happy because my pig is sick. I'm not happy because maybe my kids are acting out. I'm not happy because of, there is a list on and on and on of what we can say we're not happy about. But the truth is, and I'm going to, this is a very paraphrased quote. I honestly don't remember who said it, but I just read it recently. It was somebody that had experienced Auschwitz, the concentration camp. And so basically it was, they found happiness and joy even in that circumstance. And that's an amazing thing to say, that they could find that peace and joy and happiness even there. So it really shows that our happiness does not and should not come from our surroundings. It comes from one thing alone, and that is the joy of God, the happiness that, it says, happy is he who trusts in the Lord. And so when we are feeling unhappy, we need to say, whoa, I'm obviously not trusting right now. What is it? What is the core root of my feelings right now? And that is probably that you're lacking trust in God. And we talked about yesterday about feeling loved. If you haven't watched that, go back and watch that one, because when we're feeling loved by God, we can feel a deep inner happiness. I also really believe that happiness comes when we seek His kingdom first. When we are seeking His kingdom, first, there is and can be true happiness. That is where it comes from. And so, if you are feeling unhappy right now, it might be because you need to check what you're putting first in your life. Is it your desires, or is it His desires? When we focus and take our focus off of ourselves, we can more easily find happiness. And so just let that be. Say, whoa, okay, I'm not feeling happy today. Where is my trust, and where is my focus? It must not be on God, and change that. We also need to realize that in His presence there is fullness of joy. So again, that's, what are we focusing on? Is it His kingdom? Is it Him? Because when we are in His presence, when we are focusing on His kingdom, there will be fullness of joy. So these are just small reminders of what to do when you're feeling a bit unhappy. And I do think it is one of those things that there are days when you just might feel a little down. And it's kind of normal in a sense, but we shouldn't make it a new normal. We need to stop and check ourselves. Whoa, am I totally focused only on myself? How can I get my focus off of myself and onto someone else, onto something else, and ultimately on the one himself? Because that is where true happiness comes from. And I really believe we've got to get this for ourselves. We've got to get this for our nation. And we got to be teaching it and showing it to our young people so that they can find hope when they're feeling unloved, when they're feeling unhappy, so that they don't act out in ways that are permanent and so damaging to everyone around them. We need to be spreading this message of hope and happiness to everyone that we're around. So I hope today finds you filled with happiness and a renewed sense of joy, and that you can truly focus on what's really important. So yesterday I finished the base of our new dining table and kind of the framework of it. Now I need to get the top and then the part that I don't like at all is getting the top, the base, you know, the polyurethane top cover to it. And I want it to be major slick looking and pretty thick. So I'm going to do 8 double coats. Like each time I will do a coat and then a coat, and then I'll let it dry for 48 hours, sand it a bit, and do that again 8 times. So I was just calculating, so what, that's like almost 16 days or so. And that seems like forever, but I am determined to not rush this and do a really good job with it. Staining and polyurethane and all the waiting just really isn't my slice of bread, but I'm going to do it. So that is kind of the next part in that process. I had hoped that I would be able to get that done sooner, but I'll have to wait. So today is a normal day of homeschool and getting chores done. I got my peaches done last night finally, and so that's a big relief. I just now need to turn my cherries into some jam as well. So here's some of my peaches that I just finished canning, ready for summer delight in the winter. And right now, what are we gonna make? Granola, and we're gonna make soaked granola. So that is something we'll let soak overnight and we'll finish it tomorrow. So we're gonna learn some patience today too.
2?
Yeah, 3. Keep it open. Fill it up to the top. These are pretty heavy duty hinges. I've used them before in another project. Like I can't I can't even get them to close up without the proper, you know, like leverage, I guess. So they are like serious heavy duty, but the cool thing is that they twist and move all around, so they're flexible in a sense. Like they can contort in ways that other hinges can't. And so I'm going to do my best to use these hinges for this part here. So I want this to be able to open up like this, because inside here we're going to put our school supplies. And so it's going to hide that away. So if we have, you know, company that comes, or you know, we're just trying to clean up and make things look nice, or even use the dining room table, that's a crazy thought, we can quickly put all of that inside here and kind of tuck it away and then get it out when we need it. So these hinges, I hope, are going to be the key to this success, and we will see if I can get it figured out. The hardest part is figuring out where to put the screws so that it opens up properly, and that then when it closes there's not a gap. And so that is the hardest part out of it all.